If I'll say I don't need anyone, I can say the things to you, girl. I can turn on anyone, just like I turn on you. I got out, shine like a razor, switch day to night. I can do your favors, but you do whatever I like. Here I am, and you're a big queen, and I'm barely young, but honey, I ain't naive. Here I am, you're a big queen, oh yeah. I beat so much, but honey, you're a bit obscene.
Measuring Gail Kim, going for the win.
Oh, Gail Kim blocked that.
She did. She countered.
Nice block. I mean, that was Mickey. She thought she had Gail Kim finished off there.
Gail Kim going for the win. Oh, Mickey, she thought she had Gail Kim finished off there. Yeah.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of Monday Night Wrestlevessel for Monday night, March 18th. I am your host, Wrestlevessel, and I'll be joined once again by the Aftershock for all your latest wrestling news, rumors, and all kinds of information in the wrestling world. So let's get the show started right here live. Alright, first of all, we're going to have our new trivia question of the week. Who was the only male wrestler to be the WWF Women's Champion? Who was the only male wrestler to be the World Wrestling Federation Women's Champion? So that is your question. Think about it. Either post here or send us a private message, and we'll see if there's any winners this week. But that's your trivia question of the day. And now we're going to get into some of the news from this week in the world of wrestling. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to say March 16th, which was this past Saturday, was former ring announcer Mike McGurk's birthday, or Michelle McGurk. She was the one who was in the WWF from around 1988 to 1993, usually doing ring announcing on Wrestling Challenge, and she'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Currently in the ring, weighing in a combined weight of 523 pounds, unhailing from... Here is... That's why she sounded, though. Mike McGurk. Happy birthday, Mike. We miss you. We know you were a great female ring announcer, and you definitely paved the way for people like Lillian Garcia, among others. Alright, here's some other important news. Fandango. Or is it Fandango? He has attempted to make his debut several times over the last few weeks, but he refuses to wrestle. Because whenever the ring announcer says his name, they get it wrong. Even on SmackDown, Fandango challenged the great Khali to say his name correctly, which was ridiculously funny. And Khali did the best he could, but Fandango refused to wrestle once again. I think they're going with this storyline because Fandango, I heard his in-ring workability is pretty bad, and he's got no wrestling skills. So to protect his in-ring ability, they just decided not to have him debut and start this kind of gimmick to build up some heel heat. There was even rumored a while back that he might get a WrestleMania match against Chris Jericho, which would be kind of an embarrassment considering this guy's not even debuted yet and he's got no skills or nothing to show. But these little promos and things have been kind of entertaining, though, to say the least. WWE did a Paul Bearer tribute show, but instead of doing a traditional tribute show, they seemed to be opportunistic towards Paul Bearer's death and decided to use his death to draw attention to their product. They actually had CM Punk interrupt the tribute, and eventually by the end of the show, CM Punk stole Paul Bearer's urn. I hate to say this, but it seems that WWE is actually benefiting from Paul Bearer's death, enhancing their CM Punk Undertaker storyline, drawing even more attention to WrestleMania. Do you feel that WWE went too far by taking advantage of Paul Bearer's death? Comment below and let us know what you think. I mean, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're trying to, steal things from Paul Bearer. The guy died here. Don't make an angle out of it. It's so stupid. Just like when Vince McMahon keeps doing that blowing up limo angle, and then every time that happens, someone dies right after, like the crazy Benoit situation or sensational Sherry dying. So he's got to cut this crap out, man. And Tommy Dreamer, though, actually said he's for this angle because he just thinks it's like paying a tribute to Paul, but I think it's going a little bit too far. Let me know what you guys think, though. In other news, Jim Ross did some commentary at an NBA game last week during the second quarter of the Boston Celtics versus Oklahoma City Thunder. As you know, JR is the native of Oklahoma City, and he wanted to support his team. I wonder what he talked about. I did not see any footage, but apparently he did call the action of the second quarter of this game. I know this is not WWE news, and this grates to the Aftershocks forte, but Christopher Daniels has said that he realized that the TNA product could be better, and that many wrestling fans, myself included, me, the Wrestlevessel, we've turned away from the wrestling business. Especially once ECW and WCW closed doors, a lot of the wrestling fans were lost. Daniels thinks all TNA needs to do is, do some more creative things or a different way to make themselves stand out, to make people more aware of TNA. Good luck with that, Mr. Daniels, because TNA's been around for a while now, and they are, even though WWE sucks badly, they still have not really been any legit competition to this point. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, they're going to get together in New York City on Thursday, April 4th to do a Q&A. The ticket prices are outrageous for this session, as they're going to cost $225. But we know there's definitely wrestling marks out there that they'll waste every last dollar they make just to attend this event. You also get a photo and autograph at the event. I also heard that Hulk Hogan is doing some kind of Q&A thing too in the city on that weekend. What is up with these guys trying to make every last buck on just nonsense? I mean, everything was addressed in that Bret Hart vs. Shawn Michaels DVD. What else could you possibly ask? It's pretty cool to meet them, but would you pay $225? Give me a break. Alright, the current WrestleMania 29 card. Here's the WrestleMania report with Mean Gene Oakland. Alright guys, thank you for the WrestleMania report. WrestleMania, Sunday afternoon, April 7th, from MetLife Stadium. Alright, here's your card so far anyway. We got The Rock taking on John Cena. Boring to me, you already saw this. Been there, done that. Cena will get his revenge win. Alberto Del Rio will take on Jack Swagger. Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Brock Lesnar. The Undertaker versus CM Punk. And the fifth match announced is a six-man tag where Randy Orton will team up with Sheamus and Feed Me More Ryback as they take on the Shield. Another action, we also have a rumored match, which is Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston taking on Kane and Daniel Bryan. But that's just a rumor up to this point. Here's some funny news reported from our YouTube username Jobber25V. He sent me this link. He said if you search Bobby Lashley versus the Boogeyman on YouTube, there's a video where the Boogeyman meets Lashley and scares him. And every time they clap, the lights go out and Boogeyman laughs. Kind of an eerie, strange video, but check that out though if you guys get a chance. The Bella Twins are back in WWE. They appeared on Raw in a little segment where they said they were on a date with Rhodes Scholars, which is Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes. I have no idea how long they'll be back, but interesting they didn't go away for too long. I guess they're, getting some action from somebody in the wrestling business. There's a lot of wrestlers coming out with books in the next few months, including Jimmy Corderas, Bob Holly, George the Animal Steele, and Lex Luger. I'm most interested in seeing the Lex Luger book, but check them all out though, and let me know what you think. Vince McMahon was said to be unhappy with the Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger feud. He's glad that Zeb Coulter is getting Swagger good heel heat, but he said they aren't meshing well together, and it's not making Del Rio as popular as he originally had thought. WWE Access is a big event where you get to greet the wrestlers, and there's all kinds of events like guest commentary or exhibits and a whole museum thing. It's scheduled to actually have some matches this year involving NXT stars. I'm actually scheduled to go myself, as I bought a ticket already, to go on Thursday night, April 4th. And I'm going to try to take some video when I go there, or some photos. So I'll keep you guys posted on if there are any NXT matches at that show, and what else to expect from that. And now let's go to this week's Top 10 with the Aftershock, as he also gives us more TNA news as well. As Gordon Solie used to play in the Wrestling News Network theme song, they go...
Okay, so it's time for some TNA Impact news. Now, how exactly was TNA Impact? Well, I can tell you that TNA Impact was in the Sears Center, and they had a pretty huge crowd. The crowd was even bigger than the SmackDown crowd, which is surprising. Now, TNA Impact started off with Bully Ray and the Aces and Eights. This was Bully Ray's first appearance on Impact as the Aces and Eights leader. And I have to say that Aces and Eights is a true heel stable. It's probably one of the best heel stables that I've ever seen as of recent. At the moment they have 9 members, and right off the bat they mentioned the NWO. They said that they did in one night what the NWO couldn't do. Something like that. And it came off pretty good on TV. I have to give Bully Ray credit for being the mouthpiece for Aces and Eights, because now Aces and Eights is like 100 times better than what they used to be. It was also reported that Aces and Eights supposedly hacked TNA's website and took the whole website over, and on the page it said, "This website is now property of Aces and Eights," which is unheard of. I never heard of a heel stable hacking the promotion that they work for, or actually they don't work for, that they're rebelling against. This is something that's very original that I've never seen before. It's pretty cool. Now, a quick mention for the Knockouts division. Taryn Terrell, the referee for the Knockouts division, has been physically getting involved with the Knockouts. It appears that she's working on becoming a wrestler. Bad Influence, who happens to be Kaz and Christopher Daniels, came out on Impact dressed as the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, and they called themselves the Legion of Boom. Now, I found that pretty humorous as an old school wrestling fan, and since they were in Chicago, of course the Legion of Doom is from Chicago, so they decided to do a parody of the Legion of Doom, and it came off pretty good on TV as well. It was very entertaining, and it appears that at least once a month they do something where they dress up as classic wrestlers and they just go out exactly like that. And this week just happened to be the Legion of Doom. It was pretty awesome. Now, moving right along, we have Hulk Hogan was very pissed off about the Bully Ray situation, and he was so pissed off that he actually lashed out at Sting, which is supposed to be his best friend. Sting walked out of his office and ran into Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. Now, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode made fun of Sting, and eventually Austin Aries and Sting got booked for a match later on that night. Now, a little note about Austin Aries and Bobby Roode is they were wearing a t-shirt which I assume was the name of their tag team. No, before they didn't have a name, but I guess their name for their tag team is known as the Dirty Heels, which I got a kick out of that. That was pretty funny. Now, the Aries versus Sting match was an awesome match. It was pay-per-view quality, so the Chicago crowd got lucky with that. They had a really, really good match. Now, the end of Impact, it was basically a beatdown, Pier 6 Raw. Aces and Eights came out, they start beating up everybody. Hogan came out, he called for the whole TNA locker room to come out, go to the ring, and attack Aces and Eights, beat Aces and Eights up. Aces and Eights destroyed the whole TNA locker room. There was like nothing left. So that leads me to question, since TNA put over Aces and Eights so much that they can beat up the whole locker room, who can TNA possibly go to for help in taking out the Aces and Eights? Are they going to hire someone new? Are they going to possibly go out and maybe hire Goldberg or hire somebody that could possibly take out the whole Aces and Eights, or is something going to happen? I mean, where does this go from here? So far, TNA has done a good job because they don't belittle the Aces and Eights stable anymore. They actually made it look powerful. Bully Ray is an awesome mouthpiece for Aces and Eights, and he cuts the promos perfectly. It's almost resembling his old ECW promos, which he used to say whatever you want and did whatever you want. And I'm starting to like Aces and Eights very much, because they resemble the NWO, sorta. So my opinion on the Paul Bearer situation is, I think that WWE should have done a tribute show straight through with no interruptions, without taking advantage of Paul Bearer's death and using it as a storyline or to enhance WrestleMania. No one can really say whether Paul Bearer wanted that to happen or not, because unfortunately he's not here. He passed away. But Raw started off not bad with The Undertaker signaling his tribute, his respect to Paul Bearer. I thought that was perfectly fine, and it should have ended just like that. Especially with Kane and The Undertaker together, that was perfect. But, of course, WWE just had to add a twist to it. They had to have CM Punk come out disrespectfully and steal the urn and all kinds of crap going on. And it was a big mess. I don't know. I'm not surprised that WWE did that, but I don't agree with it. I think it was a little distasteful, but that's my opinion. Now, as Wrestlevessel asked earlier, what do you guys think about that? If you guys agree with us, go ahead and comment below and tell us what you think.
Alright, thank you Aftershock for all that excellent news and information. Let's go to our trivia question answer from last week now. The question last week was, who ended Tatanka's long undefeated streak in the WWF? And the answer to that is Ludwig Borga. I am Ludwig Borga. I will crush you. I will destroy you. America is polluted. Just take a look at his vignettes, man. They're classic. But anyway, Ludwig Borga, though, the evil man from Helsinki, Finland, is the one who ended Tatanka's long undefeated streak on WWF Superstars in October 1993. Tatanka debuted in February 92, so this streak went about a year and 8 months. A very long undefeated streak indeed. And now our wrestler of the week. That is going to be Bully Ray, also known as Bubba Ray Dudley. He won the TNA World title at Lockdown and turned mega heel against Brooke Hogan, and all the fans were throwing trash at him. So the wrestler of the week this week is Bully Ray. But he's no bully like Big Bully Music. Alright, one last thing though. We're going to quickly show a quick video clip I took of Paul Bearer at the wrestling convention. This is not me with him, it's some random guy. I was just filming a video. But this is some of the last known video footage you've known of him. This is from October of 2012 at the convention. You can see some funny video footage here of Bearer with a fan.
Also was giving us here today to bring all of the festivities to you
Alright guys, thanks a lot, and we'll be back again with more wrestling news, information coming up next week, so stay tuned guys. Have a good one.
And now it's time for Fantasy Warfare, your ultimate fantasy wrestling match of the week.
Don't forget to check out Gameplay Palooza, the very best high quality gameplay footage from the real consoles.
If I'll say I don't need anyone, I can say the things to you. Oh, I can turn on anyone, just like I turn on you. I got out, shine like a razor.